Welcome back everyone to Pontus Fathom Hobbies. This is our unboxing review video for the Martell starter set from A Song of Ice and Fire tabletop miniature game. I've been waiting to get this one for a while, so let's jump right into it. It is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 6th starter set. I mean, if you count the Lannister Stark as 2, kind of, right? It's like that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's my 6th set. I still haven't got my Free Folk starter set. It seems to be sold out every time I try to buy it. So I still want to get a Free Folk. I still want to get the Boltons. I do have quite a bit of a Free Folk army that I've pieced together. But, yeah, so this is going to be great. It says, House Martell rules southern Westeros under the Sunspear banner, leading some of the fastest troops in the War of the Five Kings. Their doctrine of battle is to strike fast, hard, and evade counterstrike. The spearmen and the skirmishers form the bulk of their forces, while the elite Dune dervishes fill a flanking and pinning role. The true might of the House Martell is embodied in its leadership. Prince Dorian rules the great house from Sunspear, while Prince Oberyn leads from the front. Areo Hotan's valor has been seen in battles everywhere, of strength of will alone, and by the political machinations of Ilaria Sand, keeps enemies guessing where and when House Martell will strike next. Yes, we have Doran, Ilaria Sand, Oberyn, Areo. We've got the Dervish Captain, 11 Sunspear Dervishes, 1 Sunspear Dervish Bannerman, 2 Martell Spearmen Bannermen, 22 Martell Spearmen, 2 Martell Spearmen Captains, and 12 Sand Skirmishers. Yeah, so yeah, I'm looking to get, this will be a great one to paint up. Been seeing a lot of great paintings of these out there in the wild. Let's jump into this. First of all, the box art is great. You check out the side box art too. Usually there are some indications of how we could do some detail painting here. Ilaria Sand, Doran. So, oddly enough, this one has got Japanese and Chinese components as well. So it's kind of cool. Probably because it picked it up in Asia. It also has the English one, so that's great. And we've got the insert cards. Yeah, this is nice that they built a standalone component. Wow, I got the rule books in 3 languages. This is amazing. Chinese, English, that's pretty wild. That's cool. But we got their English rule book. It's the version 2021 version. So these would kind of be interesting. Just sell these. Chinese and Japanese. Amazing. Yeah, we've got the battle sheet here. Obviously, rule book, attachment cards, non-combat units, combat unit cards, special rules, the Martell dice, activation tokens, all the different order, vulnerable, wound tokens, the three-sided die kind of. That's amazing that this is all packed in there. I've never seen this in all the other sets I've bought. So yeah, we've got our cards. And it looks like we've got them in 3 languages as well. And also, these are also going to be split by 3. The color of the dice is strange. I mean, it's definitely got that, captures that Sunspear kind of vibe. I'm going to put this die in here as well. One thing about the rules here, usually there is Yeah, it looks like they've gone with just the generic rules book, but they have Dorn Martell. Oh, they just kind of they've made the in the newest versions. It looks like they've made the rule books generic. They used to have this include this sheet, sort of like to customize the rule book, but maybe just to simplify printing, they've just done it as a one-off sheet. Right, 'cause if you look at some of the older sets I have, this is actually a page inside of the book, but they've made it now just a standalone reference sheet, which is fine. So we got 4 trays here, pretty standard. From the components, the Sunspear ruler, the measuring stick. Let's go into the miniatures here. Again, these are quite well organized. Get that. Put it under here. So let's start out with what we've got. We've got the so we've got Oberyn Martell here. Let's give him a quick look. I'm going to sort of zoom up into him. Oberyn Martell, Ilaria Sand. Pretty cool. It's going to be a good, very flowing cloak here, gown. We've got Aero Hota. This guy's epic. He's kind of like a barbarian type of guy. He's kind of a warhammer. Look at that. That's amazing. Is it an axe, or it looks like an axe, hammer axe? Not sure what that is. He's quite. He's got some great. This cloak is really easy to paint. If you see that, it's great textured layers there. I always use these unboxings. It really is my first time looking at the mini zoomed in here on the camera too. So. We've got Dorn Martell here in his wheelchair. But again, he's kind of got a Walder Frey vibe. If you see the Walder Frey miniature. Also in his chair, like armchair rulers. We've got a great bannerman here. One of the... this is the Sunspear Dervish bannerman. The angle of the head looking up, that's kind of cool. It's got a kind of a defiant look to him. We've got some different poses of these Sunspear dervishes. This is one set of them where they got their blades crossed. It's pretty nice. And we've got the sand skirmishers with a couple of different poses here. Sand skirmishers with the bow in a running position, coming up from the sand, and then also in a ranged full stance. Quite nice. We've got just the standard. I get some variations here. We've got two or three variations of the Martell Spearman. Here's 2 of them here. Sort of a leaning forward and at ease attention sort of. And then we've got an additional one. It's the same. Yeah, they're the same. Let's check the next tray now. Oh yeah, so here's some more dervishes, sand dervishes. We saw the crossing spears. Now these two are more in various melee positions. They've got kind of a two-handed, two-knived attack technique. And then two more dervishes, two more spearmen positions that we had. One with a thrusting view, and then again just standing at sort of at ease. A crouched, another crouched version of the bow, and then we have this is a sand skirmisher bow, but he's got his knife so the bow is down, coming into close range combat. So this is sort of like the switch from bow combat to close range. He's pulled out his sword, so that's kind of nice. I like it. We've also got the bannerman, the Sunspear bannerman and the Sunspear captains. We got a pair of those. These look very nice. These are going to be great to paint. I can't wait to get these painted. Definitely adds a different feel. I want these to fight the Lannisters, I feel. This would be a great one to fight Lannister army. And other than that, I think that's just about going to do it. So yeah, we'll go into the details of these. If you guys like and subscribe, you can get notified when I do the paint through video of these. I will probably get these painted. As usual, guys, if you would like to support the channel, do what we're doing, you can go check out our bookstore. We've got Necromancy of Nyarlathotep, and we've got the Esoteric Dragon Mysteries, a couple of books that are available out on our bookstore. Helps us support the channel, as does joining us on our Patreon. If you want to stay abreast of our painting schedule, we've got a lot of A Song of Ice and Fire out there. We've got tabletop miniature painting. We have miniature paintings for Targaryen, Greyjoy, Night's Watch, Baratheon, and Stark versus Lannister starter sets. So if you want to check those out, that's pretty cool. This is pretty interesting. It has the Chinese and both the Japanese and the English. I've never seen that before in my other sets. So maybe it's because I bought this one here in Asia. So yeah, so looking good. If you guys like and subscribe, you can get notified when not only when we paint this, but we would get it on the board. I'm actually going to be doing some polls about what you want to see us play next. We've already got probably six seasons or so of A Song of Ice and Fire gameplay out there. So we've got Stark versus Lannister, we've got Baratheon, Lannister, Targaryen, we've got Night's Watch versus the Free Folk. So yeah, go check out our links down below, and look forward to seeing you guys out in the gameplay. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.